I have a hard copy from the Weather Service here. I'm going to pass you on what the severe weather nowcaster is saying on this as well. Tornado will be near Powell, Shiloh, 6 miles north of Fife and 8 miles north of Guest by 3:30. At Rainsville, we're thinking 3:35, some 25 minutes from now. Severe thunderstorm along with this tornado and large hail. You need to get to a safe place and take cover now. Do not wait till you hear this coming. It will be blocked by the rain. It will be on you before you know it. You are not going to see this thing coming. Only way you can see this thing coming is if it's going to miss you. If it's heading right for you, you're not going to see it coming. So you need to immediately take your tornado precautions. And it's moving fast. Those of you in Rainsville, if you're in a mobile home in Rainsville, you have 10 minutes, maybe a little less. Get out of that mobile home. Go somewhere else. Do not stay in a mobile home if you're in western DeKalb County right now. It could be a fatal mistake to do that. So get out of the mobile home and get to a safe place. Even if that means a ditch, that's better than staying in the mobile home in western DeKalb County.
I know you're talking Grant, Dutton, Langston, Grove Oak, Daviston, Macedonia, those places. We're getting some emails, some calls about between Gunnersville and Scottsboro on Highway 79.
Yes. Okay. Good point. And thanks for reminding me of that. Let's talk about that.
Tornado on the ground there right now.
Tornado reports on the ground.
Highway 79 just south of Langston.
Highway 79 south of Langston. Tornado on the ground. And it does not surprise me. As I said, I was seeing a storm here that reminded me of May 95 and what we saw earlier today up in Manchester. I'm going to zoom in on this. Highway 79. So do not try to travel between the Gunnersville, Scottsboro, or the Gunnersville section or Rainsville area right now. Absolute no-no. Do not do that. And we are seeing the strong rotation in the same exact spot where we just got a confirmed report of a tornado on the ground between Langston and Crossroad. And that's coming into DeKalb County right now. And that will be moving into sections. So the tornado warning continues for eastern Marshall and for mainly now western DeKalb County and also for Jackson County, because this thing could actually cross the border.
Newsroom. Let's now go to Carson Clark, who's on the phone with us now. Carson, I'm assuming you're calling regarding the situation at Cathedral Caverns.
That's right, Greg. I'm at our bureau right now in Albertville, where we've just lost power a few minutes ago. So the power is out across a good part of the city of Albertville, but we do have some injury reports from up around Cathedral Caverns. I believe it's inside the state park itself there, that a woman took injuries to her head from falling hail. It has opened up a gash on her head. She also had her 2 children with her. Those 2 children and her are being taken to the hospital right now to be checked out. I believe the kids are okay and that she's okay, but just has that cut to her head. I also have gotten some reports right now. Marshall County medics are headed up Highway 79 from Gunnersville, which Highway 79 runs from Gunnersville up to Scottsboro, that there has been a tornado touchdown somewhere in that area along the waterfront community. That's the area there between Gunnersville and Scottsboro. It's called Waterfront, and we understand that a possible tornado has touched down somewhere around in that area. We were listening to all this on the scanner, reports coming in, and we've lost power now, so not sure what the situation is there right now, but that seems to be the area of concern right now. We're checking on it. Photojournalist Brad Hood is headed in that direction right now, and we will, of course, keep you updated as we get new information. Greg?
Carson, Dan is asking me to ask you, how long ago did you lose power? And again, our bureau is in Albertville there.
I'd say about 5 minutes ago. We've been at 5 minutes now. We've been out.
Was it storming? Was it storming when you lost the power?
It wasn't, which is what's strange. Just a high wind, so winds may have knocked down some lines.
No, it also could have been a main feeder. Is power out in all areas that you can see?
As far as around the office here, it's completely out here. I don't know how far the power outage extends.
We may have lost a feeder line. We may have lost the main feeder line coming out of the Scottsboro area because of the tornado.
That's right. It's not too far from the Gunnersville Dam, and they've got a lot of the TVA lines running across that area.
All right, thanks. And Carson down there in Albertville. By the way, I'm still seeing very strong rotation southeast of Langston. Rainsville, folks, this thing may get very close to you here very soon. You're looking at it on our high-resolution armor display, and this is very close to the high-top NextRad, so we're getting a very good view of this cell, and it looks to us as if this thing is probably going to go very close to Rainsville. I'm going to do a little quick look at this here. Yeah, that thing is moving due east. It's going to go very close to Rainsville, Sylvania. So those of you in the Rainsville, Sylvania area, you have just a short amount of time now before this thing reaches you if it holds together. And if you are just tuning in, we are getting reports of a tornado on the ground from spotters in that area with that cell. Also getting reports of damage and injuries up there. We also have some large power outages. Now, there's an old rule that if you see a sudden power outage when you have a tornado warning over a large area in an area where you're not getting damage, that could be because a main feeder line went down due to a tornado, indicating we have very strong shear in this storm. We'll go ahead and do 103 mile per hour shear. That is just held on there for now 10 to 12 minutes. That nonstop shear on this storm, and the TVS signature continues to show up as well east of Crossroad, right there on the DeKalb Jackson County line, headed toward the Rainsville, Sylvania area. If you're in that area, it's now just about 5-6 miles northwest of Fife. Do not get out on the road and try to drive between Rainsville and Section right now. That's a very dangerous area. It's about to cross that highway there. And that's going to be a very dangerous spot to be for the next few minutes. And of course, that is, hang on, I'll tell you, that is Highway 35. On 35, southeast of Section, you need to be in a safe place. This thing is right on you. It's going, if there's a tornado on the ground there still, then this thing is going to be on top of you before you know it. You will have very little warning. So again, please take your tornado precautions. Sylvania, you may very well end up being in this thing as well. In the next few minutes. So be very careful for the next little bit. It looks to me as if it will pass just north of Shiloh and just north of Fife, but it will be close to those places, and you could still see wind damage there. But this is a real supercell storm. These supercells, what they'll do is they'll get strong, they'll tornado, then they'll weaken for just a bit, reorganize themselves, and pulse back up again and tornado again. And this thing is a large supercell, and it seems to be really healthy right now. Maybe not quite as healthy as it was just a few minutes ago, and I'm hoping that will be the trend here. But it's right now still very dangerous as it heads toward the Rainsville, Sylvania area.
I am about 1/8 of a mile from where the touchdown occurred on County Road 67. We're approximately 3/4 of a mile from the Marshall-Jackson County line.
What'd you see?
As Dan had told us to take shelter immediately, we went to our storm shelter, and as we were walking into our storm shelter, I looked back to the southwest, and I saw the funnel cloud on the ground with a large debris cloud around it, and it was on the ground approximately 3 to 5 minutes before it lifted up toward the Macedonia area, which is off to our southeast.
Describe the debris cloud. Not a lot of people get to see that. Describe the debris cloud that was around it.
From my vantage point, it appeared to be metal roofing, maybe shingles. The tornado itself was not very large. I went through the 1972 storms here in that were in Scottsboro, so I saw one that was actually larger, but it was definitely doing some damage.
This is Bruce Bradford calling in. He 1/8 of a mile off of County Road 67. Again, everybody okay from what you know where you are?
Where we are, yes, but we're about to, as soon as the hail subsides here at the moment, we're going to begin search and rescue and make sure everybody within our community and town is safe.
All right, Bruce, be safe. I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for giving us a call. Bruce Bradford, seeing the Langston tornado.
It looks pretty bad right there around Rainsville. And those of you in Sylvania, I'm seeing two couplets here. One very strong right past Highway 35 approaching Sylvania right now. So we continue with the tornado warning there. Still kicking off all kinds of alarms on radar with very strong shear. TVS continues. So the tornado warning continues. You can expect to see that thing reissued momentarily. Go ahead, Greg.
Sir?
Yeah, I'm going to switch you here and show you our high-resolution radar here. Again, this is just coming in on Sylvania here. See the dark black here? and the bright red, that is almost what we call maximum gate-to-gate velocity. That is a classic signature of a tornado here.